Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video what we're going to do is we are going to be unboxing and reviewing the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 in the exclusive gray color. Samsung offers two exclusive colors, gray and blue, and they do have some different properties compared to the standard colors. So let's get started with the unboxing and touring the device. So I'm going to lift up the box. When you do that, inside you've got this phone right here. It is in unfolded condition. I'm going to put it to the side for a second. And inside the remainder of the box, we have a USB Type-C to Type-C cable. We have a SIM card ejection tool, and we have a quick start guide. And here's the phone in exclusive gray color. And this is a truly unique color because you can see we have black accents here and around the device compared to a standard color. Here's a Z Fold 5 in icy blue color. So even the area around the cameras is ice blue, and you have metal trim around the edges. Here, everything is black. Let's do a closer inspection of this guy. If you want to buy the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5, there's going to be some exclusive links down below to get you the lowest pricing and the best incentives. All right, so here we have it. You can see it's all different. We have the black accents. It's all matte finish. This might be the one to get. Here's the camera housing, and we do have triple cameras. We have a 50 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 10 megapixel telephoto camera with 3 times optical zoom. And again, you can see the matte housing around the camera, and you can see the matte black housing around the device. You can also see that we have a flat shut at the bottom USB Type-C port, microphone, speaker grill. On the side, got the volume rocker, got the power button with the fingerprint sensor. And over here, you can see we have a SIM card tray. Let me bring that a little bit closer. So that's a SIM card tray. And you can see that finish up close and personal. That's a beautiful matte finish. Okay. And at the top, you've got a speaker grill and 3 additional microphones, a total of 4 microphones on this side. We've got the black finish with the Samsung logo. This is a beautiful color, guys. Again, let's just bring up the other one inside here. Here's a regular Fold 5. You can see we have the shiny metal, and then over here we have the body color around the cameras, but this is going to be a little bit different. So in my opinion, this is better, but that's why you have the options. Now, this is going to be an exclusive color. This is a standard icy blue color, and this one kind of looks white, but it's actually gray. It's a very nice light gray color. And of course, functionally, there's nothing different between the two models. It's just aesthetics. Exclusive color gives you the black accents. So let's turn this thing on and set it up for the very first time. All right, so when we first turn on the phone, we can actually set the whole thing up while it is folded. But of course, this is a Fold 5, so we're going to continue this process while the phone is in fact unfolded in the large screen. But here we do have that 10 megapixel selfie camera. And remember, this is a 6.2-inch display. It's a 120 hertz display. But anyway, let's unfold this and continue the whole process. Continue on the larger inner display. So I'm going to tap on start from the beginning, and then I'm going to agree to everything that is optional. I'm going to tap on next, and then it's going to ask me if I want to transfer information from another device. That could be a Galaxy device, Android device, or even an iPhone or an iPad. I'm going to say no. I'm going to just do this manually. I'm going to set up a fresh device, connect to the Wi-Fi network. And you can see as I put in my password, the keyboard came in this split condition. I can in fact tap this button to make it a whole, or I can split it. So that's going to be an option that you have as you move forward. But I'm going to tap on connect, and that's going to connect me to the Wi-Fi. Now it's preparing for the mobile connection. And of course, if you see any flicker on the screen, you can ignore that. That is because of the camera. You're not going to see these flickers in actual real life. It's an ultra smooth white display. So if you have a provider that supports eSIM, you can do that from here. I'm going to skip that as well. All this I'm going to set up later. So it's saying getting your phone ready, and we'll be right back. Then you will see another option to transfer your apps, photos, contacts from an older phone to a newer phone. Again, you can tap on next and follow instructions. I'm going to say don't copy. I'm going to continue the setup, as a fresh phone. Then it's going to ask you to log in with your Google account. I'm going to do that right now. And that's all done. Tap on I agree. It's going to go to the next screen. And you can agree or disagree to Google services based on your needs. I'm just going to accept it for now. I'm going to change everything later. But we do have a fingerprint sensor that's built into the power button on the side here. So you can set that up in the initial process. I am going to skip all that for now. But if you do tap on fingerprints, it's going to walk you through to set up your fingerprints. So I'm going to tap on skip for now, skip anyway. With the Google Assistant, you can just agree or skip. I'm going to skip it for now and skip this for now as well. The final thing you want to do is you want to log into your Samsung phone with your Samsung account, all right? And that's going to unlock all the Samsung related features, which are very important. And then you're going to choose these Samsung services. I always disable customization and smart suggestions in the beginning, and then I tap on agree, and then you can pick the preference. You can go with dark mode or you can go with the light mode. That's going to be up to you. I'm going to keep it at light for now. I'm going to tap on next, and this final screen is very important, so make sure you read all the details. Folding phones are a little bit more fragile compared to standard phones because of that folding display. So make sure you read and understand all these precautions. Then we're going to tap on next, and we're all set up. I'm going to tap on finish. We are going to be dumped into the home screen. Guys, we are in the belly of the beast. Now, I will let you know one thing about the camera. It has improved over the Fold 4. The sensor and the camera lenses are exactly the same, but the software enhancements make the photos taken by the Fold 5 slightly more clear with better dynamic range and better color accuracy. Those are my initial observations in relation to the camera. So it is an improved camera, but nothing dramatic. And of course, the first thing I want to do is I want to look for a better wallpaper. So pinch, tap on wallpaper, go to change wallpapers, okay? Now these are all the featured stock wallpapers. Let's see what we have here. These seem pretty boring, so I'm going to go down here and let's go with a color wallpaper. I'm going to tap on the red one, and I'm going to just say next, and I am going to apply that right now. Now real quick, I'm going to go to display. I'm going to show you something real quick. So when we go to display, we do have the split screen mode. So when we go to display, you can see that we have a 120 hertz display. You can have it 60 or 120. Of course, 120 is recommended. And this is a massive 7.6-inch display. It is HDR compatible, and the maximum brightness on this display has been improved significantly. So we can max out up to, let's see, 1,750 nits. So when you go outside and you look at this display, it's going to be nice, crisp and clear, even under daytime conditions. So here I'm outside, and you can see, I can see that display perfectly clearly. It has maxed out to the peak brightness because we have the adaptive brightness on. But this is very easy to see, and you can see it's a sunny day, so there's a lot of light outside. There is clear improvement over the Fold 4 when it comes to display brightness and display clarity. And of course, the display itself is simply a stunning display to watch movies, watch media, watch anime. It is super bright and super crisp. And of course, because the display is so large, it's also more fun to read newspapers or books on this display as well. Alright, so basically what we have is we have the folded outer display here. Now, this display is great for quick tasks. So if you want to make a quick phone call, if you want to quickly send a message, if you want to quickly look at something on the internet, or if you just want to look at your notifications and make some responses, this is going to be a great display. That's what it is designed for. However, this is a very advanced phone, and there's something I want you guys to understand. So in the settings, okay, if I go to display, and if I go to motion smoothness, I want you to pay attention to what it says right here. It says, adjust your cover screen refresh rate. So that means if I make an adjustment here to the refresh rate of the cover screen, it is not going to be applicable to the inner folded display. That's a whole other world. So there's many settings that when you set for the outer display do not apply to the inner display, and you customize the inner display separately. For example, look at this wallpaper here. This is not the same wallpaper that I just set on the inside. So when I unflip it, on the inside we have a different wallpaper. This is just a layer of customization that I think is pretty cool. And of course, when you want to focus on things that are more important, then you come to this display. This is great for watching movies, doing some research, and multitasking, and so much more. And back here in the settings under display, look at this. When I make these changes here, it says the same thing. Adjust your main screen's refresh rate here, but you want to close your phone to adjust the refresh rate for the cover screen separately. And again, when I make a change here to the wallpaper, it is only going to reflect on the inner display. So you can have two separate worlds. And of course, the bigger display allows for great multitasking. So if I launch an application, you get this beautiful taskbar at the bottom, and that's going to allow you to multitask and have 3 windows running simultaneously at the same time. And of course, you can modify them, you can adjust them as you please, you can create your own workflow for that inner display. Obviously, triple screen multitasking is not going to be available on the outer display. It all makes sense. Of course, you can access all other apps right from here. So I can even grab the calculator app, bring it to the middle here, and just have it as a pop-up. I can use it quickly to make a calculation. Then I can tap on this button, I can minimize it, have it on the side for easy access later. While I'm still doing all these 3, and I can move away windows, no problem. When you're done with the phone, you flip it, you do your little things over here, then you put it in your pocket and you move on. And of course, we have the S Pen, which is right here. Now, I do want to let you know that S Pen only works on the inner display. It does not work on the outer display. When you try to use it for the first time, you get this tutorial, as you can see. Okay, so that's great. But there is a button on every S Pen, and basically you press that, brings up the Air Command menu. From here, you can access your notes and then start writing. I can go over here. I can pick all these different pens, increase the size, change the color, start scribbling, taking notes, whatever you want to do. Even make perfect shapes, as you can see. Triangle if you want, okay? And of course, if you know how to draw, if you know how to sketch, you can create a masterpiece easily. Now, there is one thing I want to let you know real quick in regards to the S Pen that I think is very important. If you buy the usual S Pen, by the way, you can use the S Pen to navigate your phone, but if you buy the regular standard S Pen, okay, I want to let you know that it's going to have limited functionality. So there's something known as the Air Actions. If you want to enable Air Actions, you can see you're going to need an S Pen Pro that has Bluetooth connection capability. Now, that's something you would have to purchase separately. I think it is around $100, and I will drop a link down below. With the usual S Pen, you can do everything except for Air Actions. Basically, what Air Actions are is they allow you to control your smartphone with your S Pen remotely. So remember, if you get the regular S Pen, this menu is going to be useless. If you get the S Pen Pro, then you can access Air Actions. But beyond that, with the S Pen, you do have access to all these other options, which is a lot of stuff. And of course, I'll be making a lot of videos, details with the S Pen. I do want to quickly talk about the battery life. So when you go to the settings, and if you go into the battery and device care, you can see that this is a brand new phone right now. So we don't have data to tell you, but I've gotten feedback from other people that have used the phone for more than a couple days. And I will let you know the battery life on the Fold 5 is now better than on the Fold 4, specifically because of the upgraded Snapdragon chipset. The chipset is more efficient and gets you better battery life by up to 15 to 20%. So Fold 5 certainly has better battery life than Fold 4. Now, when I launch the camera, okay, and if I flip it over, you can see we do have a camera. Now it's visible when I launch the application, and that is the 4 megapixel under display camera. Normally, you cannot see it because it is hidden under the display. And this camera is not going to be as good as the selfie camera on the outside, but it is still an option you have. Personally, I recommend not to use this for selfies. Just use the outer selfie camera or use the main cameras as selfie cameras. What I mean by that is if you launch the camera, right now, the rear cameras are engaged. If I tap this button here, I am able to use these cameras, as you can see, on this cover display. So if I take a selfie with these cameras, it's just going to be the best selfie in the world. So you have the option to use the cover display to control these cameras to take selfies. As you can see, here's my hand. Okay? Alright, so we have looked at just about everything here, and basically the Fold 5 is a fantastic device. It is the most refined and up-to-date foldable smartphone on the market. Now, if you own a Fold 4, you do not need to upgrade. This is very similar to the Fold 4 with a better processor and a better display, but it's not a huge leap. But if you have a Fold 3, Fold 2, Fold 1, or if this is your first Fold, be prepared to be blown away. It really is a technological marvel, great for just about everything. So if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below and let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.